Welcome and greetings to everyone listening or hearing what we will have to say and what you will be thinking and how you will react to what you hear. I would suggest that you sit relaxed in your seats and take several deep breaths, slowly in and slowly out. This is the beginning of the spiritual consciousness within you, allowing it now to take charge. The spiritual consciousness within you is all that there is. Please sit relaxed in your seats. And as you breathe, attempt to center yourself the best way that you can. Center yourself as far as you know to the very center of your being, your consciousness. Begin to take the breaths now, slowly in and slowly out. Draw unto yourself the attitude that you are in the very presence of God. Draw unto yourself the attitude that now, at this moment, you are in the very presence of God. Breathing God's breath of life as you breathe slowly in and slowly out. Slowly in and slowly out. And with each breath, realize that you are told within the very consciousness of that breath that you are a living soul surrounded by love, light, and life. Continue to breathe slowly and gently, contemplating what a wonderful thing it is to breathe the very breath of life and the breath of love, and realize slowly and gently that you are a living soul. Now continue to sit with eyes closed and listen to the invocation that you will hear. And try to let the very depths of your being understand what is being said. And let the words of this invocation be your words, your understanding, and your desire. Living as we do in a complex world and with complex ideas of all sorts. In many instances, we become frightened, disturbed, fearful, and in many instances, wonder what is going on. So listen to this invocation. God of our hearts, as students of thy divine and mystical laws, quiet the sounds of fear and of grief and of sorrow. yes, even of depression, of hate, revenge, and anxiety which come to our hearts and our minds and to our ears and to our eyes. Raise this consciousness above these clouds of negativity, attempt to take away our peace. Raise our consciousness above these clouds of fear and of hate and of distrust. Raise them higher and higher and still higher until we are once again within your light. For your light is intelligence, so full of constructive purposes and understanding. And while within this light, O Divine One, it infuse our being with your meaning, your purpose, your plan, your love, your wisdom, and understanding, that we may transmit these by means of spiritual service into the hearts and minds of all humankind. Yes, to all of life. Have us to know that within our very beings are your peace, your energy, your intelligence, and your power, your love, and your understanding of all that is happening. Your power is within us, your love and your understanding surrounds us. So mote it be. And trying to communicate to you this message, the desire is that you will be able to sense and to feel that divine, invisible, spiritual energy which flows through and within every word that is spoken, every word that is written. With your consciousness, with your state of consciousness now, you are able to perceive that spiritual meaning which lies behind the spoken or written word. The word spoken that you now hear. In these times, as you have indicated, are marked by disturbances, confusion, destruction, and violence from many organizations and groups and nations, and all of which our bodies and spirits are experiencing in various and sundry ways. We wish to make one thing perfectly clear, and that is that the state of humanity, the state of that divine essence within you is sound. And the humanness, that spiritual being within you, is awakening, is rapidly awakening. And this does not mean that we, as a divine being, do not have many corrections to make and develop and change, and much work to be done. Remember at all times, every moment, that divine essence within you, which is the very essence of God itself, is very much alive within you. And as a result of what you hear and feel, you will awaken this divine entity, because it is 99% of your being. In other words, you are spiritual. 99% of who you are spiritual. Only 1%. Only 1% is physical. Bring that to your consciousness again and again and again when you are confronted with all the vicissitudes of the material world. Announce loud and clear that you are a spiritual being. You are a child of God. Do not mean that you should let any pessimism regarding the future of your life and your well-being be stopped. They be transformed and muted by means of that divine light that continuously flows to you and around you and through you and to every cell of your being. That light touches every cell of your being, telling it what is its purpose, how to carry out that purpose, and how to make your whole being, both body, mind, and spirit, respond to the will of the Master. We are cautioned not to emotionally read and listen to the news reporting destructive acts of nature and of humankind. Any violence, crimes, terrorism, and atrocities are flooding through your human mind and disturbing your attempt to have peace. Do not listen to these on a regular basis. And if you do, listen with your higher self. Let your higher self hear these things. Your higher self knows exactly how to interpret them and to bring peace to your nature. We are spiritual beings. Know that. Have faith in that. Be guided, beloved, by that truth. You are a spiritual being. That divine light within you is a spiritual light. That true spirit, which is God, is within you. Know this at all times, regardless of the conflicts, the fear and disturbance that you may have. Say to yourself, I am a child of God. I was created in His image and likeness. And that God lies within me at all times. And if I but connect to it, It will guide me. It will protect me. And it will give me peace. Peace profound. We are to live and be guided by that higher intelligence within us, which is always with us, never ever leaves us, if we but turn our attention to it and trust that spirit within. That is a profound spirit, beloved. The spirit that is all that there is. It will give us guidance as we trust it. Build a trust of that spirit within. That God within. Remember, you are a spiritual being created by the very essence of God in his own image. And nothing can remove that fact from you unless you give it away, unless you forget it. Always remember, you are a child of God, created in his own image and likeness. And that image of God have dominion over everything, beloved, has dominion over everything and is everywhere. It is everywhere. It is complete. And wherever you are, it is. And gradually realize that wherever it is, you are. It is one with you. Realize the true meaning of oneness, in spite of the fact your little self may wonder, oneness with God? How can that be? Only if you maintain your connection with that inner spirit. Have trust in it. Have trust in the God within you, beloved. Develop that trust and say again and again, I trust the divine spirit within me, which is God. I trust the master within me, which is God. And nothing can disturb you. Nothing will prevent you from coming back to that center and love. With this and so much more, we are thankful and we are grateful. We are grateful for your presence, which is with us at all times if we but realize it. Your presence is with us at all times, beloved. Have faith, have trust in it. Trust it. Say to yourself again and again, I trust the spirit within, and that spirit is God. This you have received of your consciousness. This will assure you of peace, peace profound, peace profound.